we're gonna see what they can bring to the table after talking about what happened. And Honda shaking off maybe some nerves from yesterday.
Sure.
Can he be even better?
There's a possibility. No aces yet tonight, but there is still plenty of time. P250 on yuurih. They're going into the very rapid B split. A B split with the bomb through market. Art gonna pick up that headshot. Stanislaus still inside of the site. And there's Vinny with an answer back.
That's a strat. They literally just ran down mid, into window, broke open the grate. See, this is exactly what happened at EG yesterday. I told you, you can't just trust that grate to keep you safe. If you don't watch it, it's useless versus a team especially like FURIA.
They did still lose one of the terrorists as they went into the market, so EG were able to shave one off before the real hit got going, but Vinny looking for the 4K, and it's fresh. Looking good in that lime green Glock.
Yeah. Sick stuff. You like how fast they move. It totally caught them off guard. The rotation came in to kill a player who was coming into market. They didn't even see the first two. So that's how quickly FURIA moved. And what we saw was a lot of, on FURIA's T sides, Honda getting into the window. That was like the #1 thing that happened over and over again. And he's got to set the pace right here, being the first person in on the first round of this series as well.
Tons of mid play yesterday. Lots of times as well, leaving a player inside of connector as an anchor when they would rock bomb back. So whether they're playing in middle FURIA for the mid control for splits, or even just to get that one guy to anchor, you know, there's going to be a consistency in the mid plays. Also, the fast cats can be a FURIA specialty. Yeah,
they're doing a good job with the fast cats. I think that's an important point. They were bullying into B. They were doing a lot of cat splits. They did a lot of window room control, a lot of cat splits. If EG want to play slow, play pass, and play calculated, then they're going to get run over, I think, versus this style of play. I think Glaive said it best. He's like, if a team tries to go for too much information versus you and you sit back, eventually you'll lose. But we saw what happened when they tried to play against Astralis on Nuke, remember? And Astralis, when FURIA tried to bring the aggression on T side, they brought just as much on CT side and destroyed him. So, yeah. I think, you know, in late stage Counter-Strike, it's become more about information than ever, right? Yep. Not necessarily just about solid players in good positions waiting around. Every little advantage in terms of information means more than anything else in 2021.
2021, a new year. And top tier Counter-Strike is coming at you hot. Day 2 of the Blast Global Finals. $1 million prize pool.
Yeah, $600,000 for first.
Hell of a way to start off the year. I think that, you know, I think this event kind of serves as two purposes. One, it sets the precedent for the start of 2021, but I also like to think of it as kind of like the nail in the coffin of 2020, right? Like, this is the culmination of the circuit from last year. Yes, it's after the player break, but you know, we'll talk about it as kind of like the end of one year and the start of another. At least that's how it works in my mind. And it's for that reason that it's, you know, we expect to see some names in those finals, but now after today's result with Liquid besting Navi, you know, you said it yourself, you picked them as kind of like the champions from the start. Things are looking a little shaky. Maybe they are on a downwards trend at the start of the year. zywoo's the #1 player of 2020.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
That's breaking news.
I think, yeah, it's probably just comes down to the number of MVPs, EVPs. Listen, the stats are splitting hairs. You can go and argue about like the different things. You look at these two players; they both look like incredible. Like they're just in an entirely different lane than everyone else. Yeah. zywoo, to talk about Device as he thought Device was the best player of the year for a number of different reasons outside of just stats, like his view on him as a team player. And of course you could just say like, you know, maybe that's what's most important about, you know, about being the best player in the world, is that you do consider the team aspect, that this isn't a 1v1 game, and that like it is about also winning and what you do for your team in terms of winning. There's just a lot of conjecture that goes into how much a player actually contributes to their team. And in this, you know, a top 20 list, we're talking about kind of like more leaning towards pure stats and just individual accomplishments. And ultimately it's just for fun. You know, we could talk about it and stuff, but you're not really here to celebrate what one person wins.
Man. I'm like,
it's literally you don't actually get trophies by yourself.
If you're the kind of guy who gets upset about who gets number 1 and number 2, let's just take a second to step back and celebrate the fact that we have 2 players on godlike status like Simple and zywoo.
It's
right?
incredible to be able to, and I think they gave me a lot of context for Device. Like I think in 2018 it was so close for me. Device was number 1, but I think after this year and this last year, I started to see like there is a real difference. I think between zywoo, Simple, and then Device as a third, in terms of just like pure individual skill, I guess. But yeah, like it's like who would you rather be? I think what's really interesting right now is that zywoo showed me that you can be Device and Simple at the same time.
I like that.
I don't know, man. Like
I like that.
Their team is winning. Plus, he's putting up just as good stats as Simple.
Yep.
I think that's like something else, and maybe we can't exactly understand exactly why from the outside. But I think the bottom line is that, like they're winning. Plus, he's also they're winning. He's contributing to the system. Like for me, I don't rate Navi as having a very strong system in relation to other top teams. They have Simple and Electronic, which are 2 top 5 players, and then they lose some games because their system isn't very good. Strawless and Vitality, I rate as being the most optimized systems in CS. When I look at them play, they play the best, and they're 1 step ahead of everyone else. Everyone else is just catching up, in my opinion. But on one of those teams, or on 2 of those teams, you also have 2 top 3 players in the world, and zywoo happens to be number 1.
Well, those are the best players in the world. And Launders, I think you're the best time filler in this world.
Thanks.
We're right back into the action. And Art, as if the P90 wasn't weird enough, man's got a sawed-off. Now, what I know from playing Danger Zone is that the sawed-off movement accuracy is actually kind of stupid. So get ready for him to jump out this window and wreck face. It's coming whether Stan wants it or not. Or can Stan whether he wants it or not, he gets it. A sawed-off shot through smoke. The scatter somehow works out. And just like that, round 2 is FURIA's for the taking.
Thought the bullets were supposed to disappear at that distance.
Bro.
What the hell? Oh my god. This is a real JW moment.
Oh my.
He's like, I haven't seen anyone in about 3 seconds.
Stan's eyes.
If you're here, you're dead.
Oh,
if you're hiding from me here, you're dead. I didn't see Van. I didn't see anybody jail. I didn't see anybody bench. You're dead. You can't play art games versus art.
No, you can't. You cannot. All right. Very little to work with for EG. That's ridiculous. But they've still managed themselves an opening kill here at the top of middle. Bomb's inside of spawn, and they've got the B site already under wraps. So I think it's a matter of like getting bomb over there. Yuurih's going to take a deep position. It's a scary spot where like if he goes too deep on his own, he could die and lose this AK. But he wants more and more answers. With this, however, angle.
Yeah, it's like
you win.
He's posted now.
Yep, round's over.
That was the risk was like crossing this doorway, and now you're just like super comfy. And yeah, info early enough. Last remaining CTs all get melted down like a cheese string in the microwave, Connor.
Oh God, I thought we left that in 2020.
Some things don't change.
Derek not going to find himself a kill either. So single casualty for FURIA. They will start with the 3-0 lead and immediately back into the bye. Comes EG and op on Cirque. That's what I like to see.
Was Cirque too quiet last game?
I'm going to say yeah. I think everybody was kind of quiet for EG.
That's true. I kind of didn't notice Cirque, which I don't like to be able to say. So I'm just going to check. On Inferno, yeah, just 60 ADR. And negative 13 and 18, not too great.
Well, he's up here towards middle this round. Shoots a shot through the wooden wagon. And there's the walkout from Honda. Denied by Ethan, who's back on ticket. Looking for another. Vinny out in the open, exposed and scared as Stan cuts back kscreato. Art's here in middle, looking for some kind of a recovery, and maybe he makes that happen on connector. No. Sure enough, Tarek's gone down. Now he could just jump into the window and almost topples Brehze. But it's on to Vinny and Yuurih looking over towards the ticket. Cirque jumps up, drawing the attention as bomb has to be recovered. Yuurih disengages thanks to the molly. Minute on the clock. And a man advantage here for EG.
This is interesting because Stanislaw has not rotated yet. They could try to go over towards B, but he's not moved. It looks like Yuurih's going to try a little bit harder to sell this fake. He's not spotting anybody peeking him. And now Vinny running over Stan. He just decides to peek. That's pretty crazy. Stan did not move.
Crazy.
Even the bomb in the middle of the site. He saw what happened that last game.
And Cirque seals the deal. Op shot from Jungle will give Evil Geniuses their first round the moment they buy guns.
See, it is scary though, right? Like, you could even see bomb and not rotate. That used to be like the rule of thumb. You see the bomb, you rotate. That's the only time that you're supposed to like guarantee it everyone, including your anchor, leaves the site to actually move. Regardless of communication, you know, if the bomb's in a certain spot, that's when you go. But versus FURIA, no, not necessarily. First timeout's called. Don't think they really need it, but maybe just gonna take a quick break. Not seeing anybody talking, actually, just really just chilling for the meantime. And yeah, they can do everything that they want to try still. So early on, I don't think that's a red flag to lose a round like that. We'll see if they go back for some mid control, or if they attempt to go for a full on. Honestly, would be, I think it'd be rarer to see the full on A exec. More common to see them do some kind of mid to cat split or B hit.
Okay. Well, we'll see what's in store for us. Timeout comes to a close. Now we've got the op on Art. See if we get some fireworks between him and Serg. Jumps out middle with the smoke up. Two players pushing into Palace, both dead. EG try to take the initiative, and it's costly.
How amazing does that look? They have two players there on the default, and they killed two players pushing into halls. Oh, just such a crazy way to get called out. That's supposed to be a guaranteed trade at least.
Vinny, though, caught in no man's land.
Yeah, but this is Stanislaw, who they think is the B anchor. So they've made their way over towards this site. Noise is being made by them, and it calls the attention of the CT to come on over. kscreato expectant of some kind of threat, and Brehze is sitting here tucked in the middle of the site. He's been hot and cold. They'll need him.
That they will. We get this fight. It's damage. It's costly, in fact. Molotov at the feet of Cirque. That's going to burn him back. Brehze has picked up the kill and a second. This was supposed to be an easy round for FURIA, but they walked into Brehze and he cuts them down. Head spotted. Art can't quite snap onto it yet, and Stan, well, he's already back behind them. Evil Geniuses, a critical recovery.
Yeah, they weren't exactly ready to hit A in that 3v5, but they definitely still should have been able to win the round. This is one they slow it down. So they're actually in a default, even though they had two in Palace. So we just don't know what the strat was. If they were going to try to go for a connector split, that seems most likely. But since they didn't have everybody at A ramp ready to go, they decided to reroute. And then they got punished just going over towards B. There's not been any rotations for EG. And I think that's been key for them. They thought for sure that would just at least get them out of the site.
Ooh, big pistol push, at least from Art. He's going to put down his smoke, gives him a little bit more room to work with. And Ethan falling back has been spotted. But of course, EG, they've got bodies in position. Cirque looks like he hits a collateral, deals with Honda, tags down another, boosting a player inside of Sandwich, but that fails. So it's somewhat delayed. Ooh, there's your head. Ethan gives cover as needed. Another couple kills are his, so this one looking very efficient for Evil Geniuses. We are looking at a game tied at 3 rounds each. Good flick from Cirque. He is on point at the moment, and Tarek to close this one. So 6 rounds deep, tied 3-3.
We'll go another rifle round now and see where it leads us. Solid round with a couple of good shots hit by Cirque, and the buy-in is there. I don't know if there's an op on the ground for Art or if he's just going to go for like a Mac 10. Looks like Galil gets picked up by him, and so there'll be some concessions. Not full grenades to work with, but you don't need full grenades on Mirage T side to win a round. Let's see if they'll try to keep it simple or do something slow. Bit more ambitious, trying out mid. That might be a bit more resource heavy, where they don't have much, but they also just cut noise and start to move up. Got Art at the chair, holding down mid, waiting for a push. 2 T's behind him, sitting at top mid. Ladder room control here for Evil Geniuses. Pretty standard round, cut and dry from both sides. No particularly interesting CT plays just yet. Just a kind of a close A-ramp setup with Ethan. Waiting for the information to come to them. Now we're getting the T's to group up, it looks like. This amorphous blob at the top of mid, trying to figure out which direction it would like to pull its body. Yuurih will take charge.
The first limb. Stick out down towards the bottom of connector. Shot zings by, and it's going to be the cat split. brehze is looking to get behind these players as they commit up the catwalk. Tarik and Stan, excellent hold. And sure enough, brehze right in the middle. Vinny's got the only kill here for FURIA. It's him and kscreato in the 2 versus 5. kscreato has to leave the apartments to try and pick up that bomb as Vinny looks to lock things in market. And we do get the CTs conceding some control, at least enough for the bomb plant to go down. But there are 2 counter-terrorists in position, and Vinny actually gets away before Tarik can trade back. This is slowly slipping away. Vinny, he's on for the 3K. kscreato coming up. He is now looking for the clutch, but Ethan's got him from apps, and EG find their 4.
Wow, nice shot from Ethan, man. Barely showed his body at all, and nearly a tragic round with the 2 kills from Vinny on the corner. He didn't peek wide enough for Tarik to trade him, and then as soon as Tarik tried to trade, he just went 1 step too far and fell off the bricks. Very awkward spot. You can see that Tarik is tucked in right here, and he can't actually try to peek and look. He just tries to stand right on the edge and falls off. Doesn't look too pretty. But thank God there was the 3rd the whole time.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a crazy shot. That was a headshot too.
Clean by Ethan.
kscreato could have actually delayed if he had gotten that kill. So,
4 in a row.
lead. Yeah, small lead now. 2 AK buy for FURIA.
Stellar defense from EG, looking to set themselves aflame. Circ pops vent, brehze finds an opening. That looks just like a little bit of smoke spam coming in from catwalk. Getting the better of the player on chair. Of course, we do have kscreato down in the underpass, spotted by brehze, but awkward angle, doesn't want to lose his head. Still great information to call over. Tarik.
They're holding the window.
Oh, they actually get in. Circ, that shot's right behind him. Swapping to the deagle works out wonderfully. Tarik, good spray for the 2nd. And it is just Vinny coming out from Palace with no bomb and a player beneath him. Ethan is dead. Headshot connects. Vinny, not long for this world, will fall at the hands of Tarik. Evil geniuses are on a spree. Evil geniuses are on fire.
Okay, a little bit better. I mean, I don't know about you, but I still don't feel like this half is over for FURIA in some sense. Like, it's been a spree, but the rounds have been close enough. I'm still, like, maintaining some level of confidence here that FURIA haven't puttered out completely. Doesn't feel like they're completely throwing these rounds away. It just feels like Evil Geniuses are playing a bit better than they were in that last map. Well, we'll see. They've still gotten some interesting rounds out of this so far.
Keeping up with the mid plays.
Yeah.
Tarik, oh man, he should hear a couple sets of footsteps. And he's still going to toy around with the side of this smoke. Definitely hears this utility usage, so mid is very much compromised. But I think EG have been doing a good job of containing them once they get in here. And sure enough, it happens once more. Circ towards window, Tarik takes a double. And a 5v2 immediately for EG.
Damn. Yeah, definitely a strong CT side. Okay. Yeah. Maybe this does get a little bit out of hand for FURIA. They're falling slightly apart here. 2 kills in connector, another 2 kills. And we see that they actually make so much progress for the amount of time. But of course, they need to actually get that kill once they make that progress. And they can't do that. So now I feel like it makes more sense. They have a pause. They call the first one at 3-1. Of course, we're now 4 rounds later. And some really great plays inside of the connector here. I also like the way that brehze played inside of the ladder room. And when it was a cat split, they did such a good job of punishing in a way that G2 didn't. FURIA trying to turn the corner on cat and get into the B site was something they did versus G2 that they could do without even getting spotted. No one was doing spam damage at all. But on these rounds, when they've tried to do that, there's always been a CT to get a kill first. So, see if they can pull off anything similar.
Shouldn't be on this round. Single AK, triple deagles. FURIA's T side starting to fall a little flat. Still time to recover.
They're waiting all the way back. CT's not making a move, but yeah, they don't have much to work with. Just the 1 AK on Art. Let's see what happens. No mistakes to be made. The main problem on the CT side for like when you're comfortable pushing or peeking is just the player who plays in connector, the top connector. It makes sense that sometimes they're unwilling to play there. They want to go full passive, but they're just such an important part for only having one person. You got to watch the window, ladder room, top connector. It's a bit scary, but so far, definitely Tarik has done an admirable job. And he is willing to kind of stay here and fight all these different angles.
Normally he's had Cirque to kind of help out a bit, but still on his own is good for the kill. It's great damage done, but 15 HP is what he's left over with. Kind of concedes the corner of jungle. Honda having a hard time getting up into that window. But he will go ahead and jump through it. 25 seconds on the clock. Didn't quite see Ethan cross over. Vinny will get the answer on the deagle, but Tarik slips right back behind them, drops the bomb, and pushes this one onto kscreato, who hits himself another deag. 10 seconds left, and Cirque just hit the off shot, or rather with the deagle.
Felt like it.
Finishes him off.
Felt like a wallbang off shot, yeah. A couple of nice kills there from EG. They lock it up. And yeah, there's no limit to like the amount of ways that you can attack the window, different timings. Again, it just comes down to like where the CTs are, because a lot of the times people just don't play window directly anymore, right? It's either ladder room or the top of connector. It's just too easily smoked, re-smoked, Molotovs, just abused basically by the T side. So, all right, what's going to happen now? 7-3 here for EG. Yuurih molly down into connector. A lot of players at the A ramp. Bomb still left back in spawn, but they've already achieved top mid control. Now Tarik will try to punish that. kscreato will be the recipient of a HE grenade with his name on it. Two players still here in Art. He takes out the key one, the jungle player. This alleviates a lot of tension as they cross the site.
It was pretty minimal peak as well, so definitely a punishing shot there from Art, and now that he's got a player towards jungle, he can hyperextend perhaps towards Ticket.
It's just such an important player to die, right? The player that was Tarik last round. They literally cross into window freely.
Man. Ethan comes out. Ethan now standing on the other side of the smoke. He's looking to stop that bomb carrier, getting called into the void, and Yuurih finds the better of him, but the AUG stops that bomb, and Tarik, he's got cover. A couple shots convinces Art to fall back. Bomb now down thanks to the hands of Honda. He's going to get tagged up slightly through connector.
EG have great retakes, but they don't have a lot of players. Full nades here. One more kit goes down, that's it.
Oh!
Well.
All right. Nice shot by brehze, but Honda will answer, and brehze goes one better. Now 2 kills, full belt of utility. Kits on him and Tarik, but they don't know about Vinny here in jungle, and brehze is making a lot of noise, so that's an easy pickup to push all of the pressure onto Tarik, but that bomb is covered in smoke, and Tarik, he could just try to stick the defuse with the Hail Mary. Cut off by Vinny, however. That is FURIA's 4th round.
Good map from Vinny, 14-7. A strong round from FURIA, all because of Art. 100% because of Art. The 1 kill in window, he knows he's not double up with Tarik at this, point of the round, right? The op goes down. They literally just run across. That's it. They have nothing else to worry about. Oh, it's riflers in connector? Well, we're 5v4, so we're willing to trade down, take 50-50s. Oh, there's no op on the board? Oh, perfect. I'm swinging wider than you've ever seen, okay? I'm swinging wider than your area code to get these kills.
Careful, Art. Dangerous game. He wants a piece of Cirque. Curious to see Art on the primary again, of course. Haven't noticed if Honda's had an op yet on this map.
Yeah, it seems like he's not even attempting it.
Nope.
He was on his old team opping from what I saw. I don't know if that was all the time, but from the game I watched.
Just seeing as that was Mirage, I thought maybe he'd have it.
Yeah, definitely. Art's been doing so good, though, like these last 2 maps. Really great day for him. Just scary that they don't need him to play this well to win. Like, to even have big wins. They just don't need him to play this well. Pressure will come down in connector. There's no one to meet up with them on the A site. They're starting to lurk over towards B. Last time Yuurih's in front of connector, they went up cat. And it seems like that split's coming in again. Protocols here as they turn the corner on the bricks. Brehze up to bat.
We've seen him do wonderful things with the AUG. Ooh, a double peek. That's going to be information offered over. Brehze going for a repeat. So many players in front of him, but he finds nothing instead.
Wow. They actually just hit him with the quadruple peek.
Hit him with all 4 limbs. Tarek, he still has them kind of pinned into the cross, but that smoke grenade saves the day. They're able to move that bomb over. You can tell, look at the damage done here versus FURIA. Nobody on a full bar.
I'm really a big fan of the way that they're doing these cat splits versus G2 yesterday versus Evil Geniuses today. I think it's something that'd be good to copy and paste. If you've got a team and you want a good one, some of their protocols. They just come through in the mid rounds. They've got Yuurih down the front of connector, throwing his nades. The way they group up and explode's perfect, and it feels like they're comfortable to sit on cat for long enough that they can do the cat bricks boost or turn the corner with all of their players and just fight there for a second. It never feels too... They never seem to be worried about their backs when they're turning that corner, which I think is big. That's definitely the most nerve-wracking part of an execute like that. But once you're in, it's not that fun to fight from the site to the players turning the corner on cat, right? So that's the magic of it, why it's so popular. So 7-5, but the lead maybe slightly diminishes here.
Yeah, said it earlier, right? I didn't think this half was over from FURIA.
Yeah, they're definitely both just playing well.
Yep,
for sure.
Although we have to give the credit where it's due. Vinny, he is a step above everybody else on FURIA. Art's gonna get the better of that off duel, but here's Ethan with a trade frag and Tarek all the same. Back and forth affair on the A site. FURIA looking to call that bomb over. Art's just controlling weapons for the meantime.
It's the opt here.
Yeah. What's he gonna do now? What's EG's play? Do they want to move somebody off of the B site? I mean, they have such deep control thanks to Stanislaw.
Yeah.
Vent's not broken.
I think he's, you know, they're a little bit worried, right? So many times, if you do some kind of play like this, FURIA will be rotating back. This time they're sitting and waiting. It's kind of like the rarer of the two things that they decide to do. So Stan sitting patiently, it's enough to have 2 CTs come on over. They could easily hold this together. Minute left. Push isn't coming just yet. He's going to hold his nerve. It does mean there's a lot of emphasis on the hold because the rotation is too long to be relied upon, but they are committed to the A site.
Art could walk in and just flick down, but
he could clear this.
Oh, it's going to be tough. They just made noise as well. So, Geniuses on high alert. Brehze tucked behind the triple Tarek. You gotta hit this. And sure enough, he does. Yuurih's able to extend out ramp. They didn't expect that second palace peek. It falls onto Art. And, oh, he's missed his shot, giving Brehze the chance to clutch, which he will. Holds it on his own.
It was kind of like a clutch, just because how far Stanislaw
was away.
Yeah, if it was just a 1v1 there, Stanislaw was that far away. Art gets the bomb down. You better believe he's going to win that 1v1. So nice hold here between Brehze and Tarek, and they're playing setup within smoke, so expecting the execute, not really worrying too much about mid. Love the confidence of the stack, and it pays off. Art frustrated with that one. It was a great start from his perspective. I mean, he definitely did a good job.
4v5 round win for EG. Art, aggressive as ever. Throws the opt closer towards Cat. Brehze is here to receive. Off of the flashbang, but it doesn't quite find the eyes of Art, and then Yuurih's able to hold off the angle into connector. Stan, he would have just heard kscreato jumping around in here. A smoke towards the murder hole. Yuurih crosses over, and Stan hot on the heels of kscreato. Excellent flash, but kscreato doesn't want to take that chance.
Whoa, Vinny's posted up in the middle of the A site, waiting for the CT players to come in, plus window room control as an added benefit.
Ooh, he looked away. Comes back in and finds the head of Ethan. So good call by Vinny to just take over control of the A site, draws the bomb into the action, and looking like a 4v3 post-plant win.
Small thing, but I like the shallow molly. Doesn't have to watch for the push at all. Stan coming in for the angle. Honda just 3 aware for that push.
And Cirque now just looks to hang on to the big green.
No green on that fade.
No, sir. Clean cut. Ooh, he might actually die, yeah. Honda just wrapping around the opposite side of the map. A 6th round for FURIA. Nicely done by Vinny again to get that space.
Yeah, he has been kind of a martyr with their A-side hits.
Yeah.
Early on, it didn't look great, though. As I think you pointed it out. Like, he was dying a couple of times there, just out in the open on the A-site. But here's what it looks like when it looks good. Control SCT spawn. You know, space created for his team to come in from behind him. Nice awareness here from Honda. Unfortunate for Stan to not get his kill on the B app. But look, we are 1 round the difference on the second map. It was a great start from EG, but FURIA is still playing well. And not a great buy for evil geniuses. Yuurih spots 1. Low grenades is the problem for EG. The longer the round goes on, the more losing it is, I think. And so the antidote to that is to try to push for some information. Tarek will find some. Oh, he takes a left click. That's funny.
Little razor cut across the cheek.
Let's keep the ball rolling. Wow, Cirque, so paranoid. No one's in the window. Well, of course they could have been.
Wow.
Jumps right past Art. I think he sees him, but he might have the nade out.
Art senses him. kscreato playing around with that flash and smoke ahead of him. Yuurih just got the kill Tarek on top mid. Art's gonna have to do some combat opping. Cirque's FAMAS is pressed against FURIA, but they are not.
He killed his teammate behind him because Cirque pushed through, and Art was looking for him. They finally find him.
Ethan's gonna take to the top of Ticket. kscreato gets killed by that one. Not a double kill. Despite his best efforts, Yuurih barely survives. 35 seconds, and they don't know where Stan's at. And Stan almost catches Art and then walks away before Yuurih would have been spotted, but at least he has the info.
Yeah, it looks like he's just assuming it was going to be here anyways. There's a chance.
Yeah, he's on his own. Deagle shot would be huge, but Art's going to seal the deal. FURIA, hell of a recovery, considering 7 of those rounds came in a row. It's an 8-7 half for EG nonetheless. They take to the T side after the break. It is the Blast Global Finals, and we've gone ahead and rolled out something fresh for you guys. This is CS Money Dream Skins. Ethan, you're back in Europe. How are you doing today?
Doing good. We're here for a while, so we're getting cozy, but how are you doing?
I'm doing great as well, man. Today we're going to be talking about AK-47s, my man. We're gonna bring up the CS Money 3D skin viewer. We're trying to find your dream skin. I got a few questions first that I gotta gather your tastes here, Ethan. What is your favorite color?
Probably like a gold skin or like a yellow.
The yellow golds, the trims on that one. All right, good to know. Do you like the metal finishes on skins, or are you more into like the hand paint jobs?
I like metallics. I think they're clean. I definitely like them over like the paint skins for sure.
Do you like gritty skins, Ethan? Do you want something that looks like it suits the battlefield, or do you mind walking in with something like it comes out of a treasure chest?
I definitely need it sparkling. It needs to look new.
Is it safe to say that you get factory new skins?
I'm trying to save money. I'm all about, saving money. So if minimal wear looks nice, then I'll get that.
You know what? That's a good answer, man. Because minimal wear to factory new, let's be real. It's not that big of a difference. Ethan, based on what you told me, based on your tastes, I've got 3 skins I want to show you and get your thoughts on. The first option is the AK-47 Bloodsport. You know, it doesn't have as much yellow, but it does have a little bit kind of on the sides here. The nice thing about the Bloodsport, I think, is the detailing, bro. You get into some of the writing here, right? It tells you about the recoil value. It talks about its weight up in the top right. Now, option number 2, the fuel injector, a metallic finish. Doesn't have any kind of a paint job to it. It's got the right color scheme. It's got the right metal finish. And if yellow's your thing, then I think that the fuel injector has to be up there at the top of the list. The final option, the Empress. It's a little bit less gold, but it still has that kind of that trim to it. And like the Bloodsport, we're talking details, man. And so these 3 skins, which one are you going to move forward with, man? Which one have I sold you on today?
As soon as you showed me the fuel injector, I realized, I'm super into cars, and that skin is purely based off cars, as you can tell. And then, yeah, the yellow just pops. So, I'm probably going to go buy that skin right now, honestly.
Ethan's going to move in with the AK fuel injector. We go from the skins to the stickers. This, I think, needs to be nice and clean. I'm going to work with the G2 elige Atlanta. It's kind of got a bit of like a carbon fiber look.
I think the colors kind of match. If you were able to just make it the logo without the background, I don't know if you can scratch it.
Can we call this the Ethan special? Are you sold on this AK fuel injector?
Yes, sir, I'm sold on that.
There we go, folks. Another episode of CS Money Dream Skins. This has been AK-47s with Ethan.
Thank you very much. It was good to be on the show.
What would my skin be if you were to craft me a skin?
An AK-47 black laminate covered in G2 Atlanta foils.
I gave that away after G2 got 3-0'd in the DreamHack Masters Spring Europe Finals.
Yeah, it's actually true. You did. I remembered your skin, though. Nice AK.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, 8-7, and if you missed it, streak of rounds from EG and rounds on either side from FURIA. But they won some of the last rounds. They made the adaptations they needed. They kept up with EG, even though EG looked very strong. And it's a question as to whether or not EG will play well on the T side. They only have one map in their head-to-head history in this last year, and they haven't even touched the map in the last 4 months.
Stan drops down into the B site. Yuurih makes quick work of him. Honda with a headshot as well, but Tarek takes it back a bit. Then the rotations arrive. The cavalry is here. And the pistol round in the back pocket of FURIA, unless brehze can do something magical about it. And sure enough, in the 1v4, he cuts down the first player, dodges back into the marketplace, and cannot find Art as he has exited through the window to the avail of FURIA. 8 rounds each. FURIA start the CT side with a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, and the Glock train is all about momentum. If you get the first kill, the second kill is really easy. If you take too long to get the first kill, then the CTs get set up and they put together these crossfires, and the USPs are just way too strong. So, yeah, just so much pressure on those first few moments entering the site. They can't put together that frag, and now it's all tied up. What will happen here as EG look to score another or a first plant, if possible? That would be money.
Well, they already have a good amount of money because they've only spent $300. P250 for brehze. Yuurih, better not lose this M4, buddy. You are all on your own.
What was that sentence?
I don't know. I don't know.
We are our own.
Started speaking Danish for a second.
Yugada hugada. What's a Danish sentence?
I don't know. I'm not very good with stringing sentences together. I know a few words.
Okay.
I know a good amount of berries.
Yeah. Blue
bar.
Blue bar.
Yord bear.
Would it be straw bar?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's unintuitive. But Art's in tune with what was the first kill. Get these Glocks out of the way. Let's get the action underway. Get the pistols out of here and get us into the gun rounds. That's what comes up next. EG, no bomb plant.
So,
just AKs now.
after losing their match to G2, FURIA are in the lower bracket. And for EG, they lost to Astralis. But this tournament is the culmination tournament of the fall and spring series from 2020. There was $600,000 on the line for first place. $1 million on the line for this tournament, and this is an elimination match for both of these teams, carrying the North American torch, but trying to rip it out of each other's hands. And this could be the last half for EG in another disappointing run in Europe. Coming here, maybe just for this event, not sure.
They would have come to Europe twice to play a total of like 4 BO3s.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's a headshot. And a second goes for the spray. Can't quite contain it for the third. Honda's done after one. Cirque's got his hands busy with bomb. Ethan, smoke out. That cost him. Swapping to the AK. brehze makes the better of it. And it seems as though EG will win their first gun round.
You talked about it, that Stan's level looked very high on Inferno. That was great. And then I tried to be a negative Nancy and say, well, that isn't that bad for the whole team. But, you know, it means the world here in this round where he gets the entries, makes it 2. Nice awareness from brehze for the refrag and CT spawn. And now the map is all tied up and we get to see a little bit more maybe about the mystery that is the Evil Geniuses T side on Mirage.
CT sides were the name of the game on Inferno. And it was looking like that as well for the vast majority of the first half. Remember, 7 rounds in a row for Evil Geniuses. Only 2 to start the defensive half of FURIA.
So I think Honda will be playing A on the CT side here, and Art is, of course, like one of the most notorious ladder room players in the game. He is also having a really great couple of days tournament-wise, so we'll see if he takes the op into the ladder room and if he plays off of Cat or if anything changes and where Honda will fit in to this FURIA CT side. Oh, Honda's actually going over to B.
I'm curious.
Wonder if that changes when we get ops, because right now Art is actually just sitting over top connector side.
Have to keep our eyes on it. kscreato jump spotting with the MP9. He sees Stan, who then wastes no time moving inwards. Honda's over towards the corner, and kscreato, he's the man with the kill. MP9 gets him a second, but as he swaps over to the sidearm, Stanislaw with the sideline, Art with the slip by, is now standing out into the open, drops Stan, and can't quite catch the bomb planter. Tarek, crucial headshot coming in towards mid. Yuurih's gonna try to crank up the aggression here. He's got the 1v1 with Cirque, and Tarek's coming to bail him out. Yuurih, good movement. He's not gonna have expected this. Cirque completely caught off guard.
He saw him? He didn't. But he knows Tarek is coming from that way. The 1v1 begins. 50 seconds left. It's a huge mind game right now. Where is Yuurih going to rotate to is the question. If Tarek knew he'd get respect, he'd go ahead and put the bomb down immediately. But he has the opportunity to end the round early, and he hasn't made a footstep since getting up Cat.
Oh, Tarek is right there, and Yuurih's got him. Big plays from Yuurih. His 18th kill to clutch in that 1v2. The way he slipped back into market completely caught Cirque unaware.
That was sick.
And then it almost looked like Yuurih was going to be a victim of a similar situation when Tarek gets onto the bomb site, but Tarek, a little too wary, doesn't make the most of it, doesn't prioritize plant, tries to hunt down Yuurih and loses 1v1.
Yeah, just a nice outplay here from Yuurih, and catches a great timing. Obviously, a little bit lucky in that 1v1, but what can you do? It looked like Tarek was about to come try to find him in the market, and he was correct that Yuurih was, in fact, just sitting there waiting. So now, with that, FURIA take a small lead, and that was a pretty strong hit onto the B site, and they've got a couple of concessions here. Ethan with the MAC-10, Tarek on a CZ. But still a similar plan, it looks like, as 4 players are grouped up inside of the B halls, ready to go for the running exec.
Here it comes. Again, kscreato with the SMG, good for just 1 frag.
Might be enough, we'll see.
Could be. Honda, good timing, gets aggressive, shaves off Tarek. That leaves the AKs in play. Remember, there's a scout on Art, which makes things kinds of awkward. Do they?
No, they're just gonna go for Cat.
Leave Art scout inside of market. Everybody running around mid. Nobody makes the jump. 0 for 3. Oh, no, Art makes it in the end. So here it is, the challenge off of Catwalk. But this could still be costly. I mean, I feel like it's predicted. They're all watching this direction. Yuurih finally starts to turn this one upside down, but with this anchor in the form of Cirque, time is of the essence. They need to get this defuse started now, and that is not going to happen. A costly retake attempt, nicely done by Tarek to quickly clear the bomb site and allow the other members of EG to walk away with the round win.
Exact same thing. They just are a little bit one step ahead when it comes to getting set up in the post plant. A little bit quicker to get the bomb down. No Honda coming in, killing the guy on the right side of the window, or Art, excuse me, coming through with the AUG. That was the scary part. Honda does come through and make that play this round, but okay. It's been one round after another, traded back and forth, and that leaves FURIA with not enough money to invest. I mean, they do invest. They just don't have enough money for good guns. A exec coming their way. 2 players tucked on the A side. Sorry, just 1. Wow, Vinny's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and then some. And, well, it starts it off with a little bit of damage, but they figure out what's up. And that's Vinny now down. 11th round for Evil Geniuses. I am willing to call it.
Okay. So in this economic game, of course, it always never benefits the CT side to be going back and forth. It's just too costly to keep up. So this is a really great sign for EG. Calling looks strong so far. The executions are good. They came close in the round. They lost even on the one time they entered into the B site. And of course, it was Yuurih to have to 1v2. So that seems like a great reason to try it again. Even though it's a bittersweet memory to think about how you lost it, you were set up in a good position upon entering. So let's see if there's more B hits in store. It does feel like people are leaning B more and more often now, as A retakes are very possible, as well as A holds. These close A ramp setups that are way more common are super strong as well for dealing with A site hits by A ramp, by palace. So stuff towards mid, stuff towards B, starting to come back into favor a lot more.
Another difficult situation for FURIA, and instead of leaving Vinny alone on bomb site, they decide to stack up numbers on ramp. 2 Ts in the palace, and another double set over in apartments, so definitely able to feel out both sides of the map, but it seems as though they're waiting for the FURIA members to make a move, and so far they do nothing.
Looks like another good call potentially. Is the bomb going to go for the cat split as Bree starts to peel back out towards the A ramp? T's are prepping to... But are they actually going to go A? Maybe they run into this at mid. We'll see. Circ's pathing would tell you not. Up on cat, bomb joining close behind him. And I guess they're just making sure they can trade versus connector with the Stanislaw coming underneath him. And yeah, it's still open too. Yeah, they're spotting this, but they're gonna see a whole bunch of CTs coming this way. Okay, Art dies in the window. Now they can be calm again.
Or do things get weird? Stan, had he just been caught off by that USP, he was jumping across. That could have been the bomb drop down to mid a second time, but sure enough, they will recover. Things look sketchy for like a second. But evil geniuses still get what they want. An easy bomb plant in the 4v3 and a 12th round guaranteed.
That's the whole reason I like hate that, but I understand why it's more popular is just because once you get into the site, everything's good. You don't really have to worry at all, but right when you have to fight connector and window and turn the corner and then turn the corner again and worry about CPL, there's just so many good spots for like CTs to try to kill you with pistols. But it was also a really, really strong one dig from Art that got them the first kill. So small casualty, small price to pay. And FURIA, they saved some money in this next round. I think they've recycled armor a couple of times. But EG with a small lead, just trying to bring it to a third map if they can. If FURIA would be so gracious.
Well, FURIA, they had to kind of bite the bullet in the last 2 rounds, and the moment they've got a chance to buy back, we see them take this tack pause. So looking to smooth things out. They're 3rd of 4th, 3rd of 4. Does the CT side get rolling back? It's been 3 in a row here from evil geniuses.
I mean, yeah. For me, I mean, I might even do something similar. I don't know what Stan was thinking about here. It looks like he's not even going to be calling for this round, and maybe Zoo's with an idea of how to approach this, but if I'm EG, maybe I keep the B site hit in my back pocket, but you know, there wouldn't be anything that would stop me from wanting to try that again. I think it's a very consistent thing you can continue to do. There isn't a response so far from FURIA. I think if I'm FURIA, I'm worrying about ladder room now. I'm gonna take this off from Art. I'm gonna play on cat. I'm gonna be making the window jump. I'm gonna be focusing in on stopping this 100%. And yeah, A site and stuff, they can worry about that later, but just making sure no one can enter into B is the big thing. They do have 3 players here, and Art does have his connector off. They go for the close A ramp setup. That is a really great adjustment from Vinny. He was totally blind. And Yuurih from the ramp with a better gun wins his duel on CT as well, but eventually Cirque will trade.
Yeah, shoots him through the ticket booth.
They've still got this late B hit potentially coming into play.
Yeah,
and
they heard that
the
rotate.
bomb is starting to rotate back around. Art is still on cat, but he's in a position to get shot in the side of the head, and some noise is made, but it's too far away. Tarek takes him out. And they just did Art Games versus Art.
Oh, but now kscreato, that kill, he could throw himself into the bomb site before EG get in.
Yeah, that's actually a really big, that's a bad way to die. Very bad way to die. It's not uncommon to see a risk like that, but at the same time, because of that risk, they cannot enter B safely, and the info is now in the hands of kscreato.
But spotted kscreato. He's been seeing these T's. They're going to be on high alert as they walk in, and sure enough, Stan, he gets the better of it. Honda now, I mean, so far away that I think he goes for the save. No kit on the play currently. Could be one inside of the site, but as he walks around, Stan's ready for it, and that's all he needs. A 13th for EG. 3 rounds the lead over FURIA, and this CT side is getting ice cold. They have not enough money to come back with another buy, looking like a 14-10 for EG, unless the half buy or force works out. But this kill from Stavn, that's a huge recovery. Once Vinny, luckily, finished off that kill with the M4A1S, and another round, or another moment, where FURIA could have came back, of course, was when kscreato bettered Tarik. But dying at Van to Stan.
It was a nice shot from Stan.
Yep. Stanislaw with 2 crucial recoveries within that 23rd round.
And just a great map. Just a great map for him overall. So many critical moments he's showed up, as well as on Inferno. So holding B once again. The pistol spread the map quite evenly. More so towards A. But kscreato so deep inside of the B apartments. We'll see if Stan turns the corner. He might take a risk now. kscreato knows he can wait, and oh my god, are they actually going to pull this back? Circ does get a kill. Ethan gets another, but they've upgraded on 2 players, right?
Yep, kscreato, there he has it, a second.
And they've got another B-Apps player from the CT side.
Yep, Ethan shoots 1 shot, and now Arc goes down, but kscreato, 3 kills to his name.
No armor.
Getting close, and he's now on half health. It's Honda who has to close this clutch. He's got the deagle, and he sees him, but a headshot from Circ. 4 headshots from Circ gives EG their 14.
Yeah, Circ is awake, man. He's actually gotten a couple of very, very important kills these last couple rounds. And honestly, it felt like he was low on confidence in that first half. I won't lie. There was a couple of moments when he was in a smoke, and I was like, man, he's not playing with it feels like he's playing a little bit too slow here. He's giving up too much respect, but now I think he's definitely warmed up. And we'll have a first tack timeout called for EG. They talk about how they just narrowly avoided defeat in that round. Could have gotten very ugly if kscreato had gotten 1 more. And it was already incredible that he had gotten the 3 that he did. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're appreciative of that. But man, it was close. And I feel like we're always seeing Tarik in these relief moments. Like right after a round, we like almost lose, like super close. But yeah, nice patience from Circ, very calm. Honda a bit upset about that one.
Yeah, he
would have been a freebie.
He got 2 deagle shots off.
Well, look, he's got the op on this one.
Ooh, nice little speed boost here from brehze. Runs through the fire to try to play the better of the timing. And wow, that's how Vinny dies. Yuurih's gonna have to come in big with a recovery, but there's 5 terrorists already out from ramp. He turns his side to them. He could just peek out and stop it all. There's 1. Yuurih, a second. And there are bodies right ahead of him. In the meantime, they've lost jungle control. kscreato gives the cover he needs. It's the Tetris man in Circ, who's already low to 32. The frag goes past. High-octane gameplay from Yuurih. Absolutely under pressure here in the 25th round, but he recovers it, and Circ can't quite manage. It all falls onto brehze.
This tag team between Yuurih and kscreato delivers such a huge wave. They haven't even had to have Honda come into play just yet. brehze, to get the opening kill of the round, to create all that space coming across the A site, is last alive here as he posts up in the jungle. Honda's right behind him, I think, up on Cat, and will op him in the back. Incredible from Yuurih.
To think a 3 versus 5.
They just totally forgot about the idea that someone could be on the site besides the under-balk player. They didn't see him cross in, and they immediately went for the bomb to go down. This is an oversight, so it can happen. They just believed that they had enough info that no one else had crossed in yet. And Yuurih, I mean, he didn't bait anyone. He just played it cool for himself as his teammates got in.
Oh, it's never too late. Double op setup comes out from FURIA.
Actually so sick. He didn't even peek Tetris. Vinny close A ramp by himself.
Ooh, Yuurih dropping shots. Luckily, Vinny's here to recover. Yuurih dies out to Tarik. Vinny now close ramp. Can't manage a second kill. Stands on the recovery. Art, if he peeks this, Circ's got his number. And the shot's landed, but it's not a frag. Luckily for the side of EG, Tarik can get it better, but kscreato has a double. And then brehze gets his headshot through the smoke, pushing Honda into the clutch. The op slips through from connector.
Oh, they're coming off to the A ramp. He hears some footsteps. Is he going to take a peek? They know that he plays B. They post up on the A ramp. A player crouched. He can't go up far enough to see him. He doesn't know what they're going to do. Listen, if it's your first time watching Honda in a 1v2, he's been very, very smart about his approaches. I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to get the info safely, and he is taking the best route at fighting this. Looking for the first player on Tetris. The second is going to peek in a second, and he's holding the right angle. Honda, talk to him.
1 versus 2 in a crucial moment. Denies that 15th round for EG. And when he was on top of the staircase, I'm like, man, there's no way he gets out of here. But he crouches over, drops the bomb carrier, knows that second player has to come back, and trusts his instincts that ramp peak's coming. Sits on the angle, waits, nails it.
Zero doubt. That's beautiful. Definitely, like, the weirdest part about him, so smart in the clutches, insane mechanical ability, like just in the anchoring positions, like spraying down people, using the deagle. And then all the middle stuff is where it feels like there are some flaws, lack of experience and stuff. But it's still great to see that, you know, you almost can't teach someone how to be a better clutch player. That's just something you have or you don't. Some people are smart, some people are not so smart. And, you know, the same thing with mechanics. It's like teaching someone to run faster. You can get some edges, but ultimately you're going to be gifted mechanically or not. You can teach yourself, but from the outside it's tough. So he's got that on lock, which is great. And it seems like the team aspect is only going to come. 14-12. They keep their hopes alive. And that's definitely going to scare you if you're EG. That was the 15th round. It's a safe to follow up. And you know that FURIA are going to feed off of that.
It's got to be reassuring that a player with such little experience, you know, his weak points can be ironed out. His weak points will be improved on as he gains experience and confidence. And those are the kinds of clutches that definitely bolster him. So let's see it, FURIA. If you're going to lose this map, at least go down in a blaze of glory. Evil geniuses fall silent here in the 27th. Nowhere to be found.
Thinking about taking another crack at this B site, and they have all the reason in the world to. It's worked out very well. It's something you could do on this eco. And in these closing moments, you really don't have to be shy about what you want to try to do. Not necessarily about deception anymore. And I think it's just about exploiting what you know is a perceptible weakness that might be too late to fix. And of course, it is just an eco, so why not throw caution to the wind a little bit? 2 players here waiting to hold, and they're going to test it. kscreato's been strong. MP9 goes to the same spot. Will they find him?
He's able to take 1 and a second. This time, with them not having much to work back with, it just gets dismantled, totally shut down. 3 kills easy for Honda. A 1-round difference. EG still in the lead,
man,
but this is all their money on the line.
I feel like man of the match right now for me, for FURIA, it's tough between yuurih and kscreato.
Okay.
Like, I've seen such insane stuff, and especially when they work together. That one round where yuurih stayed on the on default, and kscreato from CG spawn covered him on all these different fights. These two have just been playing at like peak levels this half.
Well, we did see 7 CT rounds in a row in the first half from EG. And we got 5 of them on the T side in the second half. But FURIA, their adaptations, their resilience has been enough to keep things close. Now is when it matters. Whoa, Art, dangerous game.
He actually does that for information. This guy's insane.
And he gets away with it relatively unscathed. But he does open up the chance for them to boost a player into window, and evil geniuses will, oh no.
Well, I mean, he saw him again, right? Like, that's the other thing. If he doesn't realize they can get into window, he's a fool. Honda, are we opping? No, he's actually off to the M4 on Cat. I think that's also what's been very scary is how they've used Vinny alone on the A ramp, and he's rarely been punished completely. He's actually been very instrumental at holding, whether it's versus Palace or A ramp. And again, this is just the prevalent idea here. It really opens up the Cat player to, or sorry, the ticket player to peer into Cat and the bottom of connector freely. Palace is still a concern. They've got 1 player on the back holding A ramp. They're trying to pry open mid. The connector split is on the way.
Yep.
But look at Art. He's making the wrong rotation out towards B, and they haven't pushed on.
No, he watches.
Any B presence. Okay, they get the kill, but there's still 3 leaning here. A lot of pressure on these 2 players on the site.
yuurih, he's going to get drawn back, and Stan gets the better of him, finds that tight angle as yuurih was trying to finish off that fight with Ethan. Oh, what could have been? Stanislav versus Art, though, up close. Bomb planted in the nick of time. And Art's going to try to give chase. Misses the shot back, but that's confirmation on 2 positions. Comes in, gets brehze. Honda, kscreato, a kill apiece. And now they know where Circ is at, but Circ is fighting strong. 2 kills to his name and a bomb straight in front of him. Circ versus Honda yet again. Circ won last time in this heads up. And now Honda, he spots him, and he's sticking this defuse.
He's going to get it.
He sticks the defuse. The balls on this kid.
Beginning to end. That's for 14.
Tied at 14.
The money. They can't afford an op. They can't afford full grenades off of this.
He sits on it.
He runs to the bomb and doesn't think about any other decision. That's it. 5-second defuse. Right in Circ's face.
The nerve. The nerve to stick that defuse.
Damn, another closing moment clutch. And he did this exact same thing versus G2 on this very same map as well. It's definitely not nerves holding him back.
We get EG going into the full-blown execute. 3 players in position for FURIA. Vinny goes unchecked, and he can only get 1 kill. But half of the damage done to Circ, that's what they need. Art toying around with the idea of taking a huge risk, and he gets shut down by Circ, who's pissed about that last clutch. Here's yuurih in with another answer. He's been instrumental in these mid-round A moments, and now another 3v3 set to unfold on the A site. brehze hangs around in sandwich. Ethan's back by twistzz, and we get a reposition from Circ from Palace all the way back around onto ramp. Honda still a part of this equation. Flash comes over. That's Circ confirmed, and Honda getting all the closer as yuurih tries to find another kill. It's EG with 15.
Round 29. Finally, EG are able to take it and guarantee overtime. And I have to say that because we aren't sure if FURIA are going to take him there. There's been so many clutch plays, and you can say because of the clutches that EG have had a better T side overall. They're getting closer in the middle of the round. They're getting the bomb down a lot of the time, but there are some moments where FURIA are able to shine despite that. And that's what's scary for FURIA. But what rules them in is the fact that they do have such insane individual level that it seems like any one of them can bail them out with just a 3K out of nowhere. And doesn't mean they need to have good guns either. Yes, it is kind of a force-up situation here. 2 M4s, an MP9, and 2 deagles, but I'm sure that EG are worried. They got to be very more careful about this than they've ever been. I can only assume that something towards a cat split might be the case. Something they did do a full A exec, and they've got a couple of players facing this way. Let's see if they try something quick or not. Looking to potentially punish the early A ramp play. 3 are stacked up towards here. Now, FURIA are definitely hoping that it is something fast towards A. And with 2 players balcony side, they're thinking it's not going to be as much towards connector. So right now, the read is really good for FURIA.
It's looking spot on. Vinny's playing around with nades, though. Careful. Tarek's already out, extending around from twistzz. Ethan, immediate kill. Tarek actually burns one. yuurih caught on the ladder, tries to give chase, and it's nothing but a failed hold on this A site. Everything falls around them, and that was everything FURIA had to work with. 2 deagles between Art and kscreato. Oh, they stood the test.
Damn, that actually worked out so well. They're going to close this out now. Art and kscreato coming in for the retake. Not a chance in the world. Art is taking a long way around via Palace, and kscreato has no choice but to take his time, clear out of these angles. But we're already halfway past the bomb and the 2v5.
Yeah.
We're thinking about next map.
Yeah, Nuke up next between these 2 teams. And Nuke, one of the maps that we saw, of course, between FURIA and G2 yesterday. They tried their damnedest, but niko definitely had Art's number. We saw some shaky moments as well from Honda on that map. So as the bomb pops off and EG take their 16th, it is a BO3 series with elimination on the line, going the distance. That's exactly what we want.